What's going on, everybody? TEW Cinema back here again. We open up this episode of TNA Impact Wrestling with a match for the TNA Digital Media Championship between Hammerstone and PCO. Now, the story of this match is Hammerstone, who is this jacked monster, ripped dude, he is doing everything he can to keep PCO down. PCO, like Frankenstein, just won't stay down. Hammerstone throws him into the barricade. PCO gets up. Hammerstone throws him into the ring post. PCO gets up. Hammerstone, at one time, does a fallaway slam to the outside of the ring with PCO, who gets back up. But eventually, Hammerstone does get the win, and he is your new TNA Digital Media Champion. So, after the match, Hammerstone, with a lot of anger, thinking that he probably should have won that match a while ago, grabs up PCO and hits him with the razor's edge through the announce table on the outside of the ring. So after that, Hammerstone celebrates with the title again, walks away. And then lights start to flash. They're turning on and off all throughout the arena. And PCO starts to get up. Frankenstein is not dead. So then Heath approaches Rhino backstage, and Heath asks Rhino, "Hey man, are you ready for tonight?" Now, of course, last week we hyped up that Heath and a partner of his will be facing ABC for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. And it seems like Heath is reuniting with his old SmackDown partner. Back in 2016, I think it was, they won the SmackDown tag titles. Maybe 2017. So then, Ash by Elegance is in the ring, and she tells Jordan Grace, I know you're back there, and I told you if you wanted to confront me, come out to this ring, put that title on the line to confront me. So, I'm out here, and I'm waiting for you. Well, Jordan Grace has some other plans. Jordan Grace comes out and brutalizes Ash by Elegance, who, gets her hair messed up, makeup sloppy, but she eventually escapes the ring, but still gets a good amount of a beating from Jordan Grace. And then as Ash retreats up the aisleway, Grace is screaming at her, come back here, come back here. And the lights go out. When they come back on, Jordan Grace is laid out in the middle of the ring. She's holding her head again. Her TNA Knockouts Championship is laying off to the side of her. This one couldn't have been Ash by Elegance, so who was it? So then, ABC, having been watching the show and knowing that Rhino is going to be Heat's partner for tonight, find Rhino backstage and proceed to jump him. They use a crate and they put his ankle up against the wall, and they both pull back on the crate and push it forward, slamming Rhino's ankle up against the wall, seemingly taking him out of the match tonight. So then, Josh Alexander faces Frankie Kazarian. Alexander eventually picks up the win with the Tombstone Piledriver. And after the match, Alexander gets on the mic. He says, "Nemeth, I want you. I took out that joke of a wrestler, Joe Hendry, last week, once and for all. I don't think we'll be seeing him in the Impact Zone anytime soon. So I want you one-on-one for that TNA World Heavyweight Championship so that I can bring back prestige to the TNA World Heavyweight Championship and be a true champion, not a guy who's making up for a run that he should have had 10 years ago. I'm at my peak physical condition. I'm better than ever. I'm better than you. I'm better than everybody in the back. I'm better than all of these fans. And I'm coming for your TNA World Heavyweight Championship." Well, Nemeth, isn't gonna take that too lightly. Nemeth comes out and he says, look, man, I really don't care about the rest of what you said. If you want a shot at this TNA World Heavyweight Championship and these fans want the match, I have no problem putting this championship on the line and beating you. So next week, me and you, one-on-one for this championship, I'm going to prove to you why I am the best in the world and why I am the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So we have our main event for next week's episode of Impact set up, so make sure you don't miss that. But then, backstage, Jay Lethal walks into Jeff Jarrett's office. Lethal says to Jarrett, "Hey man, are you really going to make that match official of Nemeth versus Alexander? I should be in that match. I should get a rematch against Nemeth. I had him beat last week, man. You owe me a rematch. We have all this history together. I was your first signing back, and last week, I lost, but it could have gone either way." Jarrett says, "Look, Lethal, you had your shot last week. You came up a little short now. Not saying there isn't a shot for you at the title in the future, but for right now, there isn't, you're not just going to get another shot. Next man to the plate, Josh Alexander, is going to have his shot next week. Nemeth already agreed to it. And, you're just going to have to wait." Lethal, clearly upset with his friend, storms out of the office. So then, As he storms out, he crosses path with Heath, who is walking into the office, and Jarrett says, hey man, you can't have a tag team match with just one person on your team. You have to figure something out. And Heath says, I'm going to make a few phone calls and I'm going to see what I can do, but just don't cancel the match. Give me a shot at figuring out who I can get. So then ABC backstage cuts a promo, how smart they are. They took out Rhino. The match is going to be canceled, and they get out wrestling this week. The Hardy Boys are having their match in the main event against the System, so they're just going to sit in the back, eat some popcorn, drink some sodas, and hang out and watch that match. So then Calvin Tankman faces off against Jordan Oliver. Tankman made an explosive debut last week on Impact. If you did not see that, watch it. Where he laid out Jordan Oliver and was revealed as the proclaimed new face of business with MVP. MVP will be managing Calvin Tankman. He has co-signed Calvin Tankman, and for good reason, as Calvin Tankman picks up the win over Jordan Oliver in this match. Oliver tries to get his revenge, but when you're in there with a dude like Calvin Tankman, you're lucky to just be able to walk out of the match. So, ABC comes out, and they are waiting. They're waiting in the ring for the match to be canceled. Heath comes out, and he walks to the ring alone. The referee tells him, hey man, if you don't have a partner, Jarrett already told me, he told you too. We're just going to have to call off the match. And Heath, thinks a little bit. He's like, alright, well, and then some music we have not heard before plays throughout the arena. And on the Tron, we see the name Raj Singh. Out comes the man formerly known as Jinder Mahal, former 3MB member with Heath Slater. He comes out and he joins his old buddy against ABC, and they have the match. But unfortunately, the team of Ace Austin and Chris Bay, the World Tag Team Champions, just figure them out, and they pick up the win. They show us why they are the champions. It's going to take, something more than Raj Singh to come in here and beat them. But Raj comes to help out his buddy, Heath. And then the announcers talk about that coming up next in our main event, it's the Hardys versus the System. The Hardy Boys versus Eddie Edwards and Moose. The Hardy Boys make a slow entrance. They go all the way around the arena, high-fiving fans and everything. And then we get into our main event. The Hardys versus the System, represented by Moose and Eddie Edwards. And after a hard-fought match, Moose lines up the spear on Matt Hardy. He runs straight at Hardy, goes for the spear. Hardy spins to the side. Moose bangs his head into the turnbuckle. Jeff Hardy tags himself in on his brother's back. Moose falls down flat on his back. Jeff climbs to the top rope. He jumps off. Swanton bomb. 1, 2, 3. The Hardys pick up the win in this main event. And next week, they will fight ABC for this TNA World Tag Team Championship. So, if you guys like this episode of TNA Impact, let me know by dropping a comment, liking the video, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Go keep pumping these videos out. We got some other videos planned for the channel, me and my team, and I'm super excited about where this channel is heading. So, thank you guys, and I will see you next time.